Hi, welcome to the So You're a Single Parent Now What podcast. My name is Crystal Smith. I'm your host. I am so excited for you to be here. It doesn't matter when you are listening to this. I assure you, it will be something that will be helpful and something that will get you through the week, which is what we need as single parents, which is something to get us through the week. I have a brand called Six Figure Single Mom. Guess what? The Six Figure Single Mom is less about the money and it's more about your mindset shift, right? So when you shift your mindset, the money will come. I promise you, the money will come. So in my brand, Six Figure Single Mom, I career coach professional single parents who are needing a transition in their career, or they want to get unstuck and want to become clear in their careers. So what I do is I teach them strategies, and I do a deep dive into their career and try to see what their career desires are. If they need help negotiating their salaries, if they need help building that confidence that they need to get into the room once they have arrived, and I teach them to leverage their skill sets. So I love what I do. Helping single parents is a passion of mine. It is something that I do very well, and it's something that I'm very proud of. So that is great. Listen, this podcast is specifically for single parents where I am creating a positive space. I am creating a space where someone gets it, where we can be heard, someone that listens, someone that can give a few resources for lifestyle, career, and single parenting. So I love the single parenting community because we understand each other. We get it. We know all the things that we do in order to keep our lives afloat. And that's what I love the most. Nobody knows more than the other. Everybody's just learning as the days go by. So I wanted to do a couple of weeks talking about a topic that is very important to me. And it's something that has helped me progress in my career. And that is networking. Networking is something that is very important. So the definition of networking is it's the action or process of interacting with others to exchange information and develop professional or social contacts. So in a nutshell, networking is building relationships. Building relationships has helped me so much in my career. I'm serious. I cannot make a move without networking and having those relationships, because at times you need that stamp of approval. And how are you going to get that stamp of approval unless you are networking? You've got to get out of your comfort zone and you've got to start networking with people. So I figured, why not bring the single parent community some tips on how to network? So tonight, or this morning, or this evening, whenever you are looking at this podcast or listening in, I want to give you 5 benefits of networking. You ready? And listen, I want you to stay until the end of this video because I do have a bonus tip for you whenever you are networking. So if you are in the professional world, drop down in the comments if you are listening to me or looking at me on YouTube and tell me some ways that you go about networking. There are a ton of ways to networking. Listen, I was on a LinkedIn Live last night and we were talking about networking, and it kind of started to remind me about all the reasons of why we network, all the benefits of networking, some actionable ways to network. So listen, I don't want to waste any more of your time. I want to give you 5 key things, 5 benefits to networking. So get a pen and paper because these are going to be some really good tips. I promise you. The first benefit of networking is that when you make these connections, you now have insight into different areas. So you get to build relationships with people that can futuristically connect you with others. So in the professional world, I have learned that I cannot make a move without another professional stamping their approval on me, as a professional. So someone else has to put their professional brand on the line, or their professional capital on the line, to stamp me with their approval. So making these connections in different areas will afford you the opportunity to be able to advance in your career. I mean, that's what it's all about, is advancing in your career and getting to that next level, right? So connections that have access or insight into different areas, they will allow you to advance. So when we talk about these connections, there are two types of connections. There are internal network connections and there are external networking connections. So your internal networking connection are the people that are directly connected to you. So those are people that are directly in your network currently. So it could be people that you work with. It could be people that you interact with on a daily basis. These are people that you are connected to internally, directly, right? Your external network are going to be those people that are not directly connected to you, but they still have some ways of connecting you with others. So these could be people that are in associations that you are in associations with, people that are LinkedIn connections that you kind of interact with on LinkedIn, but you don't personally interact with them on a daily basis. They could be your social media connections. So I professionally connect with a lot of people on social media. They could be people that you interact with in nonprofit organizations. So external networking is extremely important as well, because it still helps you to make those connections and build those relationships with people who you are not connected with every day, all day, right? The second benefit to networking is that it gets you access that you wouldn't have had before. So access to groups that you wouldn't have been exposed to before, right? So there are certain key stakeholders, or there are certain executives, or there are certain managers that you could be connected to or have access to that if you didn't meet these networking relationships that you wouldn't have been exposed to. So networking is extremely important when you want to advance or move up the corporate ladder, or you want to just do better in your career, or you might want to be exposed to more experience, more expertise. Get the access that you need. I promise you, these networking relationships will help you do that. The third thing that you can do that is a benefit to networking is you gain official and non-official mentors and sponsors, right? So mentors and sponsors have also the access that we just talked about to opportunities that didn't exist before, right? So an official mentor, and when we talk about mentors, it's very important that you understand there are certain levels when it comes to mentors. So you have your official mentor and you have your unofficial mentor. So your official mentor is someone that you know that you approach about mentoring you. So this is someone that is performing very well, or someone in a very high position, or even in a mid-level position that you see has some attributes that you would like to obtain. You approach them about a mentorship. You just approach them and say, "Hi, I like what you've been doing. I see you and in the meetings, and you have a lot of great things to say. You seem very well versed in what you're doing, and I would like for you to be a mentor of mine." And people love that. Let me tell you, I have approached professors in my graduate program, professors in my undergraduate program. I have approached people in my church. I have approached people in the professional world that I work with, all to be mentors. People love mentoring you. You have no idea. So step out of your comfort zone and ask for those mentors. Those mentors love having mentees because they love sharing knowledge. Believe it or not, people love sharing knowledge, but you've got to step outside of your comfort zone in order to get the knowledge. So the non-official mentor is just someone that you're watching from afar. You're learning things from them. You like the way that they carry themselves. You like the way that they conduct themselves in meetings. You like the verbiage that they're using, and you're just watching them from afar. So you're not approaching them for an official mentorship, but you are kind of watching from afar and picking up some of the things that they're doing. So they have officially become your unofficial mentor. Now, when we talk about sponsors are people that know you, people that know your work ethic, and it's someone that is willing to put their professional brand on the line for you or their professional capital so that they can recommend you for things. So a lot of times in the professional world, positions are not, shown online. They're not put out there to the public. They're not displayed to the public. They're not posted to the public. So they're internally saying, hey, we need people for XYZ position. So your sponsor is someone who knows you very well, who knows what you want to do, and they're willing to put their name on the line in order to see you advance or excel. So I always tell people, try to adopt your sponsors, try to adopt your official mentors, and also try to adopt unofficial mentors, okay? So the fourth way that you can benefit from networking is to know that you have a competitive advantage when you are networking with people. So getting that competitive advantage allows you to get offered invitations and opportunities that weren't presented to other people. So those positions that I'm talking about that are not posted to the public, or they are not posted internally or officially, you get a competitive advantage for someone to recommend you for those opportunities. Now, when we talk about networking, I want you to know that networking is not hard to do. And I spoke about this last night on my LinkedIn Live. Networking is not hard to do. You don't have to officially approach someone or anything like that. I have networked. Listen to this. I have networked by just grabbing a cup of coffee. Just grabbing a cup of coffee, starting a conversation, and asking someone, oh, I've not seen you before. What department are you in? You would be surprised how much of a competitive advantage I have gotten by just stepping outside of my comfort zone and starting a meeting with someone who was just in the break room grabbing a cup of coffee. If I'm in the restroom, reapplying my makeup. Oh, hi, how are you doing? My name's Crystal. I work in accounting. I'm one of the corporate accountants. How are you? What's your name? What department are you in? It takes very little to network. But once you start to network, people start to know who you are. They start to know what you do, and they start to be able to recommend you for things, which gives you what? A competitive advantage. So that's very, very, very key whenever you're looking to advance within the organization. So the fifth benefit of networking is it increases your confidence. So what do you need when you walk into a room, when you want to advance in an organization, or you want to advance in your career? It could be within your department. It could be you wanting to expand your knowledge base. It could be you wanting to extend your level of expertise in a certain area. Networking builds your confidence. So you have more confidence when you're discussing things amongst your peer group. And you also have more confidence whenever you're going after that big promotion, or whenever you're interacting with executives or key stakeholders within the organization. You will need that confidence. Trust me, you will need that confidence that when you walk into a room, when you are going after that position, because people can tell right away when you don't have confidence. People can tell. So when you're networking and building those relationships, you are able to walk into a room confident of your skill set, and you're confident that someone in the room or someone outside of that room is recommending you for the position or for you to advance in your career. So listen, I don't want to waste any more of your time talking. I just want you to get everything that I needed you to hear about the benefits of networking. Networking is very important. Building relationships in your career is extremely important. And once you learn how to do it properly, I'm telling you, you will begin to advance in your career like you didn't before. So if you didn't learn anything else tonight, always remember, building relationships can help you advance in your career, and it will definitely get you where you need it to go. So I have some actions that I want you to do. I want you to, if you are not following me on Instagram, I want you to go to my Instagram page. I want you to follow me at the Six Figure Single Mom is my Instagram name. Also, I want you to drop down in the comments and tell me some ways that you benefit or have benefited from networking within your organization, or even networking outside of work. Some things that have come from you just networking amongst people. I want you to also, if you are feeling stuck in your career, if you feel like you want to learn some ways to leverage your skill sets, if you feel like you are wanting to learn some ways to negotiate your salary or negotiate anything else that you want whenever you get an offer, go to my website. My website is www.sixfiguresinglemom.com. Go to the contact me page, or you can go to the how to work with me page. Click on that, fill the form out, and let me know you want to do a discovery call. Listen, I am doing discovery calls every day with professionals, letting them know that you have what it takes in order to succeed. You have what it takes in order to advance. All you got to do is tap into your inner self, okay? And get that confidence that you need. I'll help you through it. Fill out the form and we'll talk. Okay? Also, if you are looking at this video on YouTube, I want you to like the video. I also want you to subscribe to the channel. I also want you to leave a comment. Again, let me know some ways that you are networking in your daily lives or your daily careers, and some things that have worked for you, or also some things that you could do different that could help you. Listen, I always want you to remember, you have what it takes, you are successful, and you will succeed. Always remember, change, it starts with you. So be the change that you want to see in the world. Listen, my name is Crystal Smith. I'm your host, also known as the Six Figure Single Mom. And until next time, bye.